I'm going to be looking at practice 1, 2 and 3 in this video. Use your knowledge of percentage formula to complete each cell. The first thing we're being asked to do is to find 10% of each of these numbers in this column. So we'll start with 10% of 50. It's very simple. All we need to do is start a formula, take our number and times it by 10%. Enter. That gives us 10% of 50. Now, you're being asked in this task to type the formula each time you do it. The reason we're asking you to do that instead of dragging it down is because we want there to be repetition. We want you to be able to repeat this over and over so that it goes into your head a little bit easier. If you're asked a question like this in your exam, then you're going to be more likely to recall this task, this practice task that you're doing, because you've repeated it so many times. So it may seem tedious, but give it a go because it's going to pay dividends. When finding out what 50% of something is, we're just going to take the original and times it by 50%. When looking to increase the number by 10%, this is where it's a little bit different. We need to add 10% onto this figure. So we'll take our original figure, which is our whole number. So in this instance, 10 is 100% of the number that we're working with. But we want to make it more than 100%. We want to add 10% on. So we're going to times that by 110% because that's 100% add on 10%. The same with 40. Times that by 110%. Notice how if I just times it by 100%, it's the same number because 40 is 100% of itself. So we want to increase it by 10% by making that 110. It's the same idea with 125. You just add 25 onto 100 to get 125%. When decreasing the number, the logic is no different. We treat 10 as 100% and take 10% away to get 90%. Same with 50, times by 90%. Remember, you should be doing this all the way down. When looking to decrease the number by 50%, we take our 100 and we take 50 away. 90, 80, 70, 60, 50. So we're just timesing it by 50%. Don't forget the percent sign. Make sure to copy that all the way down. We're going to have a look at practice 2 now. And in practice 2, we're being asked how much sales have increased as a percentage. If we have a look here at year 1 and year 2, we can see we have made 1,000 sales in year 1 and 1,500 sales in year 2. So we are looking to find the difference between these two. Now we know it's 500. We know that the difference is 500 because we can see this is 500 more, but the computer doesn't know that, not straight away. So we're going to open a bracket to do a sum that we're going to use as a whole number. We want this sum to be completed first before anything else in the formula. So we take our year 2, we take that away, or take the year 1 away. So year 2, take away year 1. So now this formula here is representing 500. We're going to divide that by the original. So essentially what we're doing is we're doing 500 divided by 1,000 to find out that it is a 50% increase. Again, we're looking for you to do that all the way down. 27,600 take away 23,400 and divide that by the original to get 17.9%. So I missed these ones here, but it's the same thing. We're looking at the price in year 1, which is £1, and comparing it to the price in year 2, which is £1.10. We're going to take year 2 and take away year 1 and divide it by year 1 to find out there has been a 10% increase. When we're trying to determine how much a decrease there has been, we do the same thing. We take year 2, because this is the new figure, and we take away year 1, which is the original figure, and we divide it by, again, the original figure to find out that we have had a 10% decrease. It is a negative figure because it is a decrease. And we'll do the same for this one here. Year 2, take away year 1, divided by year 1. We have had a 75% decrease. Let's have a look at practice 3. Okay. We have a women's floral maxi dress here at £40 full price. They are discounting it to £32. So they need to figure out how much discount as a percentage there has been. So we need to find out the difference. We're going to take the full price and take away the discount price. So now we know how much it has been discounted by. This is an £8 decrease. We're going to divide that £8 by the original price to find out we have decreased it by 20%. The same for the flower scoop t-shirt. If we take the £30, take away the discounted price, and we're going to divide that by the original to find out that it is a 50% discount. Now, if you were, in this instance, to take the new price and take away the old price, like we did for year 1 figures and year 2 figures, and then divide that by the original, we're going to get a negative figure. Now, this is where you need to use logic to determine it isn't a minus 20% discount. Well, yes, the price is going down. It is a 20% discount. Like if you go to the shops and it's a 20% off sale, then you know it's going to be down by 20%. So we don't need that negative there. So the formula should go, for this instance, full price minus the discount price, divide by the original full price. This is where you're going to have to use a bit of context with what you're looking at, the information you're looking at, and how the information should be laid out after. And that's going to be a big determinant of how your formula is going to be laid out. Now this task just repeats the same practice over and over, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let you have a go, and any questions, just let me know.